My name's Offa Carliner. I'm co-head of infrastructure here at Magellan. I've been in the industry for about 30 years, just shy of 30 years now. I really started investing in high school. My dad got me into investing. I think my first investment was actually the CBA float, $5.40. It probably tells you how old I actually am. But I've been hooked ever since then. Ultimately, I see investing as solving problems, and I love solving problems. As well as portfolio construction and covering stocks, part of my role here is to help the analysts and really help facilitate what is a very high quality pool of people to come with really good stock calls to enhance returns ultimately for clients.
I'm Ben McVicker. I'm one of the co-heads of infrastructure at Magellan. Within that role, I do a few things. I, on one hand, look after finding some investment ideas and stock coverage. I help build portfolios for our strategies. And in addition, I am one of the team members involved in actually running the day-to-day for the team. I've been involved in investing for a long time. I first started getting into investing probably when I was 18 or 19 years old. I was one of those sorts who sort of started buying onto the share market very early on and immediately wanted to find a path to that. I had probably more success in those early investments than I deserved to for the amount of sort of money and talent I was actually bringing to bear at the time, but immediately knew this is what I wanted to do. And so I've been really fortunate, I think, to work in this industry. It's been a great opportunity to work with a very, very talented group of people, both the colleagues, but as well as some of the people who work in the companies in which we invest in. And it's given me a tremendous opportunity just to solve puzzles and the great intellectual challenge of it every day.
Ultimately, what we're trying to do is give investors exposure to really high quality companies which have really robust and defensive cash flow streams that stem from either regulation or competitive advantage. What you're trying to achieve is really true diversification to enhance risk-adjusted returns for investors through time.
We put a lot of effort into thinking about how we define infrastructure. I think it's a really key part of what we do and the value proposition of what we bring to the table. When we think about what we invest in, I'd describe us as being a very core infrastructure investor. We're not trying to chase what's exciting in the day. We're trying to stick to a really high quality set of assets that we think can deliver the types of risk and return dynamics that we think investors really should seek in this space. And when you think about what that actually means in practical terms, we're going to invest in a whole set of different types of assets. Some are going to be like regulated utilities businesses, think electric networks, gas networks, water networks, and in addition to which we're going to invest in some of the other types of assets you'd typically expect. So things like motorway assets, airports, but even things like mobile phone towers we'll often have in the portfolio as well.
What sets our fund apart, aside from my definition, which is unashamedly the most conservative on the street, is really the quality and experience of the team. As a PM group, we have a 20 years experience on average. We're supported by some very capable analysts as well. Combine that with what we call inch wide, mile deep approach, where we spend a lot of time really getting to know and understand the companies that we cover.
And so that's really important in this space. And what I'd say is our team has a lot of experience. We've seen a lot of cycles, and importantly, we've seen a lot of the errors and problems that can come up. So it really allows us to try to generate those returns by not falling for what is the theme of the day, the excitement of the day. The other thing as well that we really have to offer in this space is that we've been involved in investing in infrastructure at Magellan since 2007. So we've got a really tried and tested strategy that we've continued to tune and refine over the years, but we've really been tested over a number of cycles around how this strategy applies. And then the last one as well is, whenever you speak to us, you'll always hear us talking about our very high quality definition of infrastructure, that core definition of infrastructure, making sure that we really stick to our knitting and deliver those types of strong return outcomes that investors expect.
Look at the companies that you're investing in and look particularly how they perform in down markets or weak economic conditions. Ultimately, you're investing for diversification, and if you define the universe properly and you really get a proper defensive structure to your investment portfolio, you'll get the diversification, but importantly, you get it when you need it, which is when economic conditions are weak.